Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to the PsyOps Delta unit. Yeah, today I'm gonna teach you how to actually be psychic in real life. I know, right? You're fucking excited, hopefully. A fucking Dutch Hibberty Jew. Hey man, even a Dutch person could figure this out. You just gotta start speaking English. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, the world's a pretty fucked up place. Like, oh my god, everyone's fucked. Yeah, someone knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, the world's a fucked up place, and I guess the best I can do is try to share some of these fucking lost ancient secrets with you, and with anyone, man. You could be fucking, even the Dutch King of the Netherlands can learn something from this, or fucking whoever feels like they're a victim of fucking anything. You want to get one up on your slave masters? God damn, start getting actually psychic, and they probably don't even remember how to do this shit. Yeah, so this is the best I can offer to fucking try to help some people get out of this shit. And, you know, get one up on the fucking conspiracy to keep y'all under a glass ceiling, and yeah, no, this is a step in that direction. If you, I mean, whatever, people get paranoid about fucking, the stonemasons and their weird symbol with the eye and the pyramid, the fucking Delta unit, my god, man, yeah, no, you don't need 3 eyeballs, you just need to know how to do some really basic math, and I guarantee you, your kid could do this. You just, yeah, all you gotta do is let go of a little bit of the hyper-skepticism. We talked about this last time. That was Sparta's downfall, is they became way too skeptical of literally everything, to a point where they stopped evolving and stopped changing, and they just stuck in the mud until everyone else got more advanced. And yeah, I mean, I guess at this point, regardless of who you are or what position you're in, this is something you can use to get around anyone else's bullshit, basically. So yeah, here we go. Now, this probably seems a little advanced as a starting point, you know, we're starting the fucking elementary school math with this trigonometry psychic delta unit experiment. Yeah, no, you thought we were starting with 1 plus 1. Well, here's the thing. If I just write 1 plus 1, you're not really going to learn much, are you? You're going to learn as much as you did in kindergarten. Those are just numbers on a piece of paper giving you a PTSD flashback of your grade 1 math teacher yelling at you or some shit. This way, you can actually see what a unit is and how these units interact with each other. So you've probably heard, oh, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or simplified, oh, you know, a plus b equals c, and oh my god, man, those are just words. That's mumbly Joe nonsense. People will say that as a metaphor without any literal interpretation of what it is. So now you can see what it is, and after this, it will mean more than the gibberty Jew, you'll see. So basically, I guess, you know, start with the basic history here to prove, yeah, where's your proof? God damn, where's the proof? Okay, well, you remember the Greek alphabet, right? Yeah. Okay, you can go to Greece and tell them that's not real. And then, yeah, some crazy Greek man, Pythagoras, and a few of his buddies who'd spend all day bitching about everything, and, you know, they slowly got somewhere. He figured out you can measure pretty much any side of a triangle with only 2 of the other sides. Yeah, you've probably heard about this, and it is real, and you might be thinking, okay, yeah, no, how does that make you psychic? Well, if you can measure something without actually seeing it, right? Yeah, you can measure something without actually seeing it. And, you know, you could take a basic application of, you know, measuring how high a flagpole is, or how far you gotta shoot your catapult, or how tall the wall way over there is. I don't actually want to walk up to the wall with the tape measure. That'd be a little sketchy, brah. But I could measure the distance from here to there and the angle of it, and oh, hey, you know how tall that wall is? You know, it looks kind of small from back here, but yeah, you know, I could measure it before I actually get there, so when I get there, I'll already know how big it is. And I know you're probably catching on, but the thing is, you can do this with other things. You can take this triangle and put it on a graph. Like investment banking, oh yeah, the interest rate of your mortgage. Yeah, you can you can measure it without seeing it or before it happens, or, you know, estimate it very close to where it's gonna get. Yeah, no wonder I was the magic marketing douche. Oh man, you guys want to see how to fucking psychically predict a market? Oh boy, this is why the fucking conspiracy guys got it up on you. Well, if you get better at this than they do and they're waiting for someone else to do it for them, yeah, right, eventually you'll be able to do it better than they can. And so yeah, I mean, a lot of you are probably sitting there waiting, oh my god, I need a piece of paper, I gotta write this down, how the fuck do oh my god, I can actually be psychic. Yeah, hold your horses there, hold your chariots there, make sure those fucking wheels are in place. See, yeah, you know, if you go Googling it, you probably will find the right answer. but it might be a little more Dutch Netherlands Count of Flanders than necessary. Absolutely. Yeah, straight up. See, I could say, you know, if I take 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared, it does, because 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 4 is 16. You add them together, that's 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, that's real math, and it did make sense, but now you're just scratching your head going, wait a minute. Yeah, math, scientist man, whoa, hold up, scientist man. Right, that's why that's not always the best answer. That right answer is not always the best, because the whole point is for you to actually understand this and what those units are and how to actually do this yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna slow down here, and you know, it might sound a little pandering to the kindergarten class, but hey man, that means that your kid could actually learn how to do this. And then some crazy marketing douche is going to be going crazy figuring out what your mortgage rating is going to be next week, and your kid will be like, hey man, the hypotenuse here is, yeah, oh my god, man, oh my god. And yeah, it does get, this is the thing, like so many things in science, the basic fundamental foundation is quite simple. It just gets more complicated the more you're trying to do. Oh, it's bigger, okay, oh yeah, I want to measure from here to the fucking sun. Yeah, you can measure from here to the moon to the sun in a triangle just like this, in the same way I can measure from here to the next galaxy in the same way. But the bigger it gets, the more finicky those numbers get, and the more you gotta bust out that calculator. So, on this small scale, almost anyone can do this on a small scale. Just, yeah, again, the whole point is, the bigger it gets, the crazier it gets, you gotta try to keep up with it. So, yeah, if we can nail down this most simple scale, the most 3, 4, and 5 is the perfect example, because it's the smallest, simplest way. Any smaller and you break down into tiny little digits, you can even get into some weird, what the fuck do you call it, like paradoxes, where the number, there's no answer, literally, like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, infinitely forever, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's where shit starts to get weird. But on this level, 3, 4, and 5 does line up perfectly, and I'm gonna show you with units, you know, the square root. No, it's a literal square, as in drawing a fucking square. And that's why it's important to know these words in a literal technical sense, and not a Count of Flanders Dutch Netherlands sense, where, oh yeah, a square root, buddy, it's a fucking square, look at it. And yeah, I hope it's becoming more and more evident of, when I say keep it simple, an atmosphere is just the atom sphere. It's a sphere of atoms. Yeah, like, this is, yeah, you get it. The Dutch Count of Flanders, it sounds like, ooh, yeah, the atmosphere and the circumference and all these words, I kinda get it. No, you get it. The square root is a fucking square. An atmosphere is a fucking sphere of atoms. And yeah, that's why these brilliant, crazy university scientists are like, what the hell is the Count of Flanders mumbling on about, these Higgs boson quantum particles? It's like, fucking hell, buddy. I know, right? It's so counterintuitive, but it does make sense. The simpler you keep it, the more you can actually do with it. The more crazy you get off the bat, I don't know where you are out in the middle of Alaska anymore. So yeah, even just looking at this diagram, I drew this myself based on what I've seen before because of how fucking simple it is. There's 9 squares, there's 16 squares, there's 25 squares. Units, that could be any unit you want. That's a basket of apples or a fucking tactical nuke or whatever the hell you're trying to build. And I don't know, I use the word mystical because I guess that's what I think of as mysticism. Like there's illusion magic, like card tricks, and ooh, how the hell did he do that? Well, it's kind of simple once you know how. And yeah, mysticism is when you make something seem much more mystical and complicated than it actually is. And it becomes this pedestal, glass ceiling, you probably sort of get it by now. And yeah, to be able to spot this illusion and mysticism, with real science, right? The real science is usually much simpler. It only gets as... you only have to start making up Higgs bosons and hobgoblins, which are real things, by the way. We just don't know anything about them yet. We vaguely know that something should be there, we just don't know what it is yet. And yeah, that doesn't satisfy anyone's answer. What the hell kind of answer is that? Well, goddamn, King Henry, get off your ass and figure it out and you'll be King Richard. Yeah, you get it. But now you might be thinking, hey, if you know something should be there, even if you can't see it, you can still measure it. Yeah, you can. You can still measure it even if you can't see it. But you do need something to start with if you're guessing based on nothing. if I don't know any of these parameters, yeah, if I don't know what kind of triangle, I don't even know if it's a fucking triangle. Well, yeah, when it turns into a square and an octagon and a fucking pentagram, and yeah, shit gets fucking a little more complicated, right? That's just 3 triangles, oh man, or 2 triangles. So with 1 triangle, yeah, if you can start here, if you can get this, is the first 2-dimensional shape possible. If you get any smaller, it's just a fucking line. So yes, once you've mastered this 2-dimensional plane, and we talked about this, even a 3-dimensional universe has a 2-dimensional pizza. Yeah, Super Mario's Galaxy. That's a scientific term if you've been following all the science. And I mean, the best part here is we're pretty much already done. Yeah, I know, this is gonna be like my shortest lesson ever, is how to be really psychic. Oh man, you thought this was gonna be like indoctrination into a church, didn't you? My god, man. Yeah, no, man, no. Again, it's up to you how far you want to take this. I'm not gonna fucking... This ain't no Spanish Inquisition. This is just a fucking triangle. And I guess I'll just specify the parameters here. This only works with a right triangle, a square triangle, right? Oh my god, a square triangle with the squares? Yeah, bud, yeah. Yeah, bud, yeah. And then... if it's not a square triangle, if it's an isosceles triangle, oh man, that sounds really complicated. It is a little more complicated. That's when you need trigonometry. Oh man, this is already trigonometry. But in this right triangle, this square triangle, part of it has already been solved. That square has already solved most of it for us, basically. When you start bending it and the angles get all fucked up, there are there's only 3 numbers basically that you can change, or 3 lists of numbers based on what angle that is, between 180, or yeah, between all the 360 degrees. Again, this starts out very simple and then it gets more complicated the further you try to take it. So we can get into this soon. Yeah, I'll show you these trigonometry numbers. It's just 0 to 1 in all the decimals. Yeah, 0.6857, whatever the fuck you multiply it by, instead of the square root of this number. And again, I know this sounds like some crazy hibbity-jew, but now that you can see the squares and what a square root and a square triangle and why all these numbers mean anything, these are a bunch of hobgoblins. I'm just using them to measure this square. I know that this square is here. I can use bricks or stones or fucking Lego blocks to do this. And then we gotta sit there and measure it and decide how big is this? What are these squares? And yeah, next time not even next time, that's pretty advanced. We gotta cover some other basic shit first. But this is why I'm starting here, because now you can see that all these crazy numbers, if you use them properly and simply, you can actually do these things with them. And yeah, I will know how tall your walls are before I even get there, so we don't have to sit there measuring them before we do so. Oh, our ladders are already exactly the right size for your walls. What the hell? They must be psychic or something. Yeah, that's the PsyOps Delta unit, bitch. They're already climbing over your walls, because they already knew how tall your wall was before they even got there. And that's just the beginning. That's just the start of how you can do this. I hope that was a good little trigger. You're probably thinking of every movie you've seen where they have the ladders for the wall. How the fuck did they know how big to make that ladder? Imagine it was too short. Right? You Lord of the Rings, you're running up to put your ladder against their wall, and oh man, it's like 5 feet too short. Oh, how fucking embarrassing. Can we stack it on the... No, that never happens in a movie. It's gotta be just the right size. But I don't think any of those people knew how to do this, right? It's like, this is how you do that. And yeah, we've been doing this for thousands of years. And some people don't know how to do this, so they really fuck up some basic sieges, and yeah, no, whatever, ignorance is ignorance, man. That's why I'm showing you this. Anyone can do this. Your kid could do this. Get their Lego blocks and fucking show them how to do this, right? Yeah, there's this many squares on this side, and it happens to be the same number of squares on this side. And you can take that as far as you want, and you'll notice if you try to do it bigger and bigger and bigger, oh, there's a lot more squares, yeah, it's gonna get a little more complicated, and if you try to bend it around, it's gonna get even more complicated, but it does still line up, and again, you can put this triangle on any piece of paper, you can teleport the information from this paper to that paper, oh my god, it's kinda like being psychic when the information teleports into your mind from this piece of paper. Yeah, and again, that's where it starts, and I don't even know how far it goes. That's the best part about all this science. Well, we don't know. Yeah, what kind of answer is that? Well, King Henry, it means there's way more you can do with it. And way more. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, holy fuck, let's get started somewhere. But yeah, for now, that's all it is. A fucking 15 minutes and now you're psychic.